Hi, I am Dr. Yesha Jain, and in this video we will discuss about the motivating employees in the entrepreneurial firm. So basically how we will motivate the employees in the entrepreneurial firms so that they can work to the maximum of their ability to achieve the objectives of the organization. So employees cannot be motivated simply by a salary hike or a long-winded speeches followed by a warm handshake. Regardless of their level of employment, employees have the following expectations from their job. So the first one is recognition for good work done by them. Obviously जो भी उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया उन्हें timely recognize किया जाए. Then meaningful participation in the ventures endeavors, जो भी आपकी बिजनेस में काम हो रहे हैं उनमें जो है उनका एक प्रॉपर पार्टिसिपेशन हो. डिसीजंस जो अगर आप ले रहे हो कुछ भी तो उसमें उनका एक पार्टिसिपेशन हो. Then a feeling of belonging and of sharing in the success of the organization. ठीक है, जब भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कुछ अचीव कर रही है वो अपने सारे एम्प्लॉयज के साथ उससे शेयर करे. इट शुड हैव अ फीलिंग ऑफ बिलोंगिंगनेस. They can create it by sharing all their success, all their issues with the employees. Then opportunities for growth in accordance with their competence and experience. So whenever the entrepreneurial firm is getting some opportunity in which a particular employee can be suited as per his or her competence or the experience, they can give that opportunity to that particular employee, and that's the another way of motivating employees in an entrepreneurial firm in a new venture. Then security in their job as long as they perform according to expectations. Monetary reward for performance in their job. Benefits relating to medical expenses and insurance. So these are the additional benefits they can give. Salaries, perks and other job related benefits are the chief instruments used to keep employee motivated. So let us go through them one by one. First one is salary. Now if a person is leaving a job to join your venture, now he or she expects a salary higher than what he or she was getting at the earliest job. Now that may not be necessarily true. The employee you want to join for an entirely different reason. Some would be looking for an increase in responsibilities. Some may believe in the future prospects of the venture, and some might want to shift because the job is convenient for some entirely different factors, such as it may be closer to their home or the flexi timing offered allows them to engage in other important activities. So there are some few ways the employee is going to measure his or her salary. Now the salary is comparable to salaries of others in similar jobs in other companies within the industry. Then it should be comparable to what the employee is likely to get in some other job. Now the salary should compare with salaries of others with similar responsibilities within the company. That means within that new entrepreneurial venture. And the salary should be comparable to the salaries of his friends and peers outside the industry. Now the salary cannot be expressed as a simple figure. It has a components and is structured with tax regulations and other obligations kept in mind. Yeah. So the various components of a salary are like, first one is the fixed component of salary will include the basic pay and any dearness pay and dearness allowance added to it. Then there will be a number of allowances including house rent allowance, HRA, house improvement allowance, vehicle allowance and others. Then provident fund will be a statutory requirement for an organization with more than 20 people, and 8.33% of the basic pay will be taken from the employee's salary and a matching contribution will be made by the employer. Then employer can also institute some pension or saving schemes for the employees. They can provide medical insurance, life insurance cover. Additionally, a medical reimbursement can be provided for incidental medical expenses. Then annual bonus can be based on salaries or on performance. Variable bonus may be a better motivation. So many employers have a standard practice of announcing the same bonus at the same time year after year, but variable bonus can be a better motivation. The bonus can be declared at different times of the year as well, like Holi, Christmas, Diwali. So it can be nice to declare a surprise bonus on completing a big project or reaching a significant milestone. In India, a bonus is traditionally less than 10% of the total salary in a year, but in an entrepreneurial environment, it may be beneficial to design pay packages where the performance-based variable component is between 15 to 35% of the total salary in a year. Then very few small entrepreneurial ventures have an employee stock option plan. Some larger IT companies have them in place, but with the uncertainty surrounding share prices, they are no longer a very popular tool for benefiting employees. Giving awards. So work-related awards and competitions have become commonplace. So companies institute Employees of the Month award. Like you can see that majorly in McDonald's and KFC. You can easily see on their reception part they have pasted Employee of the Month board. Clear? And other rewards related to safety, quality and productivity. If done right, this can be an effective motivator. Then recreational activities. Now having a recreation room in the office is a good idea. It needs not be a fancy place with a pool table and a dance floor. It can be a simple, comfortable place adjoining the canteen, having a few board games and a place to relax. Keeping it close to the workspace will allow the employees to take their cell phone calls in this area without disturbing other working employees. Then annual picnic is a good opportunity for employees and their families to get together. Food, fun, games with employees and their families is a good way to bond together. So taking this idea further and having an annual excursion will be a good idea. Noble Ice Cream organizes an annual excursion during winter, the off season, and even distributors and their families are invited. Then interaction with employees' families. Apart from recognizing achievements of employees, praising and awarding their family members for succeeding in other spheres of life can enhance the self-esteem of the employees. For example, the daughter of an employee can be awarded in a small ceremony, maybe during the annual picnic or like that, for securing a position in her class at school. Then conducting seminars and workshops. Employees can be encouraged to attend seminars, workshops, short-term courses. In large startups, it may be possible to organize in-house seminars and workshops, so employees feel good about such self-development initiatives. The topics can range from yoga to acquisition of job-related hard skills. Now, free lunch in the office is a good way to provide a mutually beneficial incentive. This will allow the employer to retain control over the length of the lunch break, and employees will not have to go home or elsewhere in search of a hot meal. Now, many apparel manufacturers give discounts to their employees who buy their products. So this is also widely used in many other industries. It is very easy to implement in the service industry. Airlines and hotels will find it relatively inexpensive to give rooms and seats free to employees when occupancy is low. There is a company, Baron Travels in Kolkata. It gives free overseas package holidays to its employees. So it is easy to talk to other entrepreneurs and barter such employee benefits. For example, a restaurant can talk to a hair salon and each can extend a 30% discount on a visit for each other's employees. Sometimes some freebies are given to firms and these find their way to the entrepreneur only. So it is useful to distribute such benefits whenever possible. Free passes to events, discounts and promotional offers can be passed around. Then involving employees in a joint social cause can serve to improve the morale and encourage a feel-good factor. For example, employees of a publishing house in Mumbai have adopted a blind school and they go regularly to read out to the students and to organize several events. Then employees can be allowed to work from home on selected days or for a few restricted days. It is good for keeping the spirit of the employees high and productivity is not lost. Then providing bonus. It can be given to some or all employees. Usually differential bonuses are given out to employees and the differences are not based on performance but on current salary. So it might be a good idea to base the bonus on performance instead. The bonus can be paid at the end of fiscal year but are more appreciated if given during Dussehra, Diwali or such festive occasions. Then gifts such as watch or a household appliance on some important occasions or on reaching a milestone can bring joy to the employees. So these are the different perks. Then next are the other ways to motivate employees. So there are some other ways to keep the employee motivated and do not cost at all. Now this will require employer to have a certain mindset to carry out these initiatives to boost employees satisfaction. So first one is the communication with the employees. It makes the employees aware of what is happening in the company that may directly or indirectly affect them. They would appreciate if it informed when a new office is being opened or a new contract has been bagged, even if their work is not directly affected by it. A lot of good ideas can originate from employees. Often they are closer to the customer than the entrepreneur. So suggestions can relate to internal changes in the workplace or about new products, service packages, etc. It can be done by using a suggestion box or having informal and formal brainstorming sessions. They can serve the dual purpose of getting solutions and elevating employees' morale. We have already discussed the importance of giving awards such as Employee of the Month. So even simple verbal recognition can serve to motivate employees. So annual performance appraisal is an effective way of letting the employees know how they have been helping the company reach its goal. Particularly in a new venture, it is essential to create a conducive work culture. The effort should be towards creating a work culture that employees find enjoyable. Now that doesn't mean sacrificing productivity. The attempt should be to encourage employees to enjoy their work. So that's all about how to motivate the employees. In this we have already discussed about the salaries, perks and other ways to motivate the employees. So if you have any doubt or if you have any suggestion, please write in the comment box. I will definitely reply. If you like the content, please click on the like button and please click on subscribe button to get more videos in future. Thank you.